While I wouldn't call myself a master of anything, I want to share some insights from a book I read called Mastery by Robert Greene. This book bases its points from stories and experiences of people who have achieved mastery in their own fields. In this video, I'll be applying the ideas to trading card games for you guys. The book offers a roadmap to mastery and provides strategies to help you achieve it. It also gives us 6 steps to achieve mastery. Greene proposes that everyone has a calling, an inner voice or force that urges us towards something. In order to master a field, you must love the subject and feel a profound connection to it. Your interest must transcend the field itself and border on the religious. For example, for film directors, it's not just about the films, but the sense of creating. For you, maybe it's the creativity you get from deck building, or maybe it's problem solving, being able to analyze the game and find the most optimal play. Since you're watching this video, you probably already have a TCG you enjoy, and you shouldn't worry about the size or success of that TCG. Well, as long as you have people to play with, I guess. The book actually suggests to stick with our niches. Usually, it's easier to put in more focus on niches since you have less competition and less factors you have to worry about. And if you want to branch out in the future, it's going to be easier to transition to other interests since you already have gained skills and knowledge on how to improve. The second step is apprenticeship. I'm gonna go through this step more in depth since I believe that it applies to TCGs the most. So first, you want to have the right mindset. To have the right mindset, I've gathered 3 key factors. The first one is to value learning over winning. If you're too focused on winning or external rewards, you'll be afraid to make mistakes and you'll play more safe and conservative, which will move you away from learning. But if you continuously improve, winning will just come naturally. Second, you have to be humble. Know that there are others who are way better than you and you have a lot to improve on. Understand that there are levels and there are a lot of details and factors that leads to winning. Be able to take criticism and learn. And the third is being patient and trusting the process. The road to mastery isn't going to be fun all the time. So, trusting the process and knowing that you will get better over time will help you push through the discomfort and boredom at times. And now we're going to go through the 3 phases of the apprenticeship step. There are 3 phases of the apprenticeship step. The first phase is deep observation. The main goal for this is to observe your current environment. In TCGs, this means learning the game rules, understanding the fundamentals, and also learning the unwritten rules like tournament etiquette. This step is crucial for long-term success. Having a good grasp on the rules and fundamentals will help you avoid costly mistakes. It will increase your longevity and also increase your chances of winning. This step also develops or improves your learning and observation skills, which can be applied to different areas. The second phase is skills acquisition. This step is all about high quality, focused practice. Naturally, our brains learn through practice and repetition. And this applies to mental tasks like card games. When you're taking out something new, your brain has to put in a lot more effort since it has to process a lot of new information. As you practice repeatedly, the task and information is stored by the brain, making it easier to recall. Your brain now has less information to process and the task becomes automated. This frees up more space for your mental efforts to be put in somewhere else, like being able to analyze other aspects. When you first start playing a TCG, you have to put your attention on the basic rules like how to set up a game, how many cards to draw, how abilities work, and etc. After playing multiple games, these become second nature. With even more games, you'll start recognizing patterns in games, requiring less thought and allowing you to focus more on strategic elements. If you continue to practice, you will start getting accelerated returns. The path to mastery is like a gradual incline by a sudden, exponential increase. Practice might seem challenging at first, but it becomes easier over time, allowing you to practice harder and improve further. Understand that practicing a skill can be tedious. It won't always be fun. There will be times when you don't feel like practicing, but you push through because you want to improve. Pushing through pain, discomfort, and boredom toughens our minds, similar to physical exercise. It's about sacrificing immediate pleasure and distraction for long-term success. Focus on one skill at a time and develop your powers of concentration. Multitasking will hinder your progress. Final phase for the apprenticeship step is experimentation. At this point, you have a solid grasp on the fundamentals and have practiced for thousands of hours. This opens doors for creativity and exploring unconventional strategies. This stage involves taking on more responsibility and challenges. You'll be more proactive in questioning your beliefs or ideas, checking your progress, and finding your knowledge gaps. With a strong understanding of the game, you have more room for creativity in strategies and deck building. It is also recommended to share your ideas with others so you can get feedback. The third step to mastery is finding a mentor. Finding a mentor will save you a lot of time. It's the closest thing to a shortcut. But just know that you won't be able to learn everything they know, since some things just come more naturally and intuitively and it's hard to put in words. But just being around better players will make you improve. You can also observe how they think or act or play. And if you can't find a mentor, you can also just find external sources like videos and guides in the internet. And just having a bunch of friends who also just wants to improve is good as well, since you're all learning and you can learn from each other. Gaining social intelligence. Having social intelligence is a great lifelong skill. It helps you stay in the long run by helping you avoid unnecessary issues, trouble, or drama. It even makes you friends or connections. I'm not gonna go too in-depth with this step since our focus is on TCG, but just know that learning how to be social is important. We're on the fifth step now, awakening the creative, active mind. We're one step before mastery. As you continue to improve and gain more skills, your mind will seek more. The only thing that will stop this continuous growth is your attitude. Complacency and being comfortable with your current skill and knowledge will hinder this growth. You must continue to learn or even unlearn previous rules, knowledge, or beliefs. You must have the courage to be open to new ideas and knowledge, and you might even have to renew your beliefs. You can also try out negative cues, focusing on what is lacking rather than what you have to improve on. So that's something you can also try out. The last step is mastery, combining the intuitive with the rational. Others develop an intuition after practicing thousands of hours. When you're in a game, it's most likely you won't have time to consider all the options. But intuition makes deciding quicker. When we encounter a problem, for instance, having to recall a word, networks in our brain are used to find the information needed. The more we do this, the easier it is to recall things, and our capacity to process information increases. Bobby Fischer, a legendary chess player, has internalized so much patterns and sequences, he doesn't see just moves. He has a sense for the game. He's able to win against his opponents with very little time needed. Mastery is not from being a genius or from talent, but it is a result of time and concentration to a certain field. You can also play through your strengths. This will make it easier for you and will naturally develop your intuition and creativity. Your way of thinking and how you are as a person can also be a part of these strengths. Maybe you like to try out unique and unusual decks. you can try to use this to your advantage. The main idea that Robert Greene wants to express is that mastery takes a lot of time, effort, and concentration. It's about commitment and putting in the high quality, concentrated practice. It's about trying to always improve, having attention to detail while being patient. Obviously, it depends, but on average, it takes about 10,000 hours to be a master of something, or around 7 to 10 years. To end this video, I'll end it with a quote. Do not envy those who seem to be naturally gifted, as often it is a curse. Such types rarely learn the value of diligence and effort. I hope you learned something in this video or found it interesting. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.